I was growing up in Penang kan, it was like a known thing. It's like, oh, people from Kampung Seronok agama matahari. And then there are rumors that claim that they fuck each other lah.
Oh my god.
Oh. Salam satu Malaysia kepada semua. Jika anda sedang mendengar, maka anda hadir di sesi podcast iaitu iDiots Selamba Jer, where we embark on a journey to discover great gems within Malaysia.
I'm Danish, one of your hosts.
And I'm Haziq Seko lagi.
And together we are the two idiots in the title. So, today, since our guest is very into bottom wear, Haziq, kalau kau suka keluar, kau suka pakai seluar apa?
Aku tak suka pakai seluar tu.
Mantap. Memang mantap. Tapi bila yang kau terpaksa kena pakai seluar?
Jeans aku, it makes me feel sexy, you know, it dapat macam that nice curvy look on my ass also.
Tu aja, every time I see you in jeans kan, memang buat aku rasa nak jilat je bontot kau tu.
Ya Allah.
Jokes. Tapi kan, when we're talking about jeans kan, sebab dah banyak gila like out there, it makes it really hard to choose like which one should I get. Takkan nak try semua kan.
Yeah. That's why lah we're talking to the right person today, Nish. If y'all don't know, today this man is actually the founder of one of the greatest local denim distributor in our country, Tarik Jeans. And on the other hand, he is also the frontman of a really great stoner rock band called Berdosa. Dan itulah dia, Afiq Iskandar, also known as Embark. Afiq, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. As mentioned by Haziq, those are the few things I'm known by, I guess. And apa lagi ah? What else do I do? I would like to consider myself an all-out creative lah. Like generally a creative lah.
Especially during this hard.
Man. I tend to have a more general perspective to it. So like I try to to see it as something together. Like of course there's a at one point you dissect everything and music is music, but approaching it from day to day I see creative as creative lah. Some people are like they rely on the power of their memory. Some people they rely on their skills apa semua. I see being creative as a skill,
For sure.
Definitely.
It's definitely a skill.
Definitely, yep.
That being said, so this is way like macam jumping into straight away like our topics, but just because it's on my mind right now, you already ventured into the music industry, you already ventured into the fashion industry as well, so these are different sort of sectors of where you can express your creativity. Do you feel like there's anywhere else that you can express that, the creative side of yourself? Oh, as well as graphic design, forgot to mention that.
Wow, that's a intelligent question.
Thanks,
for a apa two idiots punya show kan. You guys caught me off guard, but it was very well put together, I would say. Tapi honestly kan, now that you mention it, like ever since COVID kan, ever since the first round, which happened last year kan, it kind of pushed me off my comfort punya, cause
comfort zone.
Cause like everything is kind of set. Like okay, I wake up, I do this, I do that. I have this going on and all that, and then again okay lah, let's since we have time, let's sembang lah kan. So first,
boleh.
All the time in the world, dude.
Berdosa baru record album time tu, you guys tahu kan, Haziq. Kan time tu Haziq
Big fan.
Haziq contact me untuk intern, ingat tak?
Last year.
He told me this as well.
And then the whole COVID thing happened and all that kan, and then I was like, fuck, what do I do now? Like I still remember like the first few days, we're not supposed to leave the house, but I still went to the office macam nak buat busy, but there was nothing to do. So I was like, fuck, what do I do now, kan? And then Berdosa baru record. And then we were like, oh, we can't tour, we can't do shit. So we were like, what the fuck do we do, kan? That time it was still like within the first few days of the quarantine, we were leaving, like we were going to the studio to record vocals and shit, just final because like
The
the
one you
first
posted on your story, right?
yang
The
kita orang
first few days
pergi
of
keluar.
quarantine.
So
Tapi
we
tu
were like,
nampak best lah sebenarnya.
wait, scary bro, like we were like macam fuck it lah, kan. We were like driving all the way to Ceras masa tu, jalan kosong gila apa semua. Aku macam like fuck, kalau kena kantoi ni habis. And I was bringing my laptop around so that boleh cover. Oh okay, I have work lah. I kena pick up some work stuff and all that. I made sure like I had like a pile of jeans at the back so I can cook up stories and shit. And then like we went to so we were like, so what do? We were like in the midst of mixing it, and then as a band, you know lah, independent band, we don't have like financially, bukannya sedap, bukan comfortable sangat. So we were like, do we continue with the printing and the mixing and all that, which cost us money, whereby if we were to release the album, we can't really go on tour, we can't go, we can't, which we already had it planned out tau, like, once the album release, we have this place to play, and all that. I think I ada contact Haziq tak untuk open for one of the shows. Can't remember lah.
No, but we had a discussion about starting like one event after COVID, like a all-out fast punya band. Like as a collective, macam ambil kumpul semua fast band in Malaysia, do like one big event.
Oh, yeah, man. I think fuzz band.
Danish is not well aware of.
Yeah, I'm really new into the so what Haziq calls me now is he calls me the scene boy because I'm really new into the scene. Because for me, I'm just starting to get well versed to say about the Malaysian indie music industry, or like just independent arts industry in general, because I feel like it needs more recognition, kan? And that's sort of why this podcast is around, because like so macam, when it comes to these terms, aku macam I'm just asking Afiq like, okay, so what does this mean? What does that mean?
Fast tu bunyi dia.
Oh yeah, good. Okay. Carry on. My bad.
Yeah, man. We'll get more into fuzz later.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a lot to talk about fuzz also. Where was I? So we didn't know how we should do things, and then like we went through this like I went through this existential train of thoughts, like, fuck man, what do I do now? Like, and then I was like, okay, by the end of the day, that's why I'm a creative motherfucker, so I gotta do something creative. And then like I remembered as a band we were like, do we hold this back and all that? Okay, so in the discussion among the three of us, we were like, okay, why the fuck did we do this in the first place? We wanted to play music. We were not really thinking about whether we're gonna make profit or not. So what do we do? It's not like macam oh, we're gonna lose millions or whatever the fuck, right? Money is still gonna come out for our own pocket.
Betul.
Kau faham tak? Like even if we don't do this, it's gonna end up going to buying games ke, those kind of shit.
Betul. So baik belanja kat benda yang kita minat lah.
Like why not spend it on like sustainability of the band? At least macam the reason why like Haziq boleh relate to this. I think the reason why we play music bukan really macam like, one day we gonna do this, we're gonna play this stage.
Betul.
Of course the dream is there, but then if we don't do this, what else would we be doing? Betul tak?
Betul.
It's because of your love for the ni lah, kan? For the,
I know.
Yeah,
I think it becomes like more like the type of people. Like I'm and Haziq, we're this kind of people. Like we love jamming, we love guitar. So what else for us to do? Kau faham tak? Like even if I'm in Perlis, or if I'm in Kedah Pride, I mean in Penang or whatever, kan, in some dodgy place like small obscure neighborhood ke apa, I'll be the guy yang ada band yang main for fun. You get it? It's just that I'm privileged enough to be here and then people give a fuck about what I do. Basically, it's just that lah kan.
Kalau
But beyond,
basically if it happens lah kan. Kalau ada
yeah,
rezeki, kalau ada rezeki akan sampai lah.
yeah, man. I
Uh,
don't see myself like I'm not a drifter. I'm not a TikTok guy. I'm not a I'm not a I'm this kind of guy. Like I love heavy music, rock music. I love like we're just this kind of people.
Yeah.
Right. There's nothing else. Like I can't imagine myself tengah belajar like Zumba, whatever the fuck, right?
Afiq, but can you imagine yourself working like a 9 to 5 job, like a normal office punya situation?
If I really like that 9 to 5 job, I don't think like macam dengan tarik kan. It started from my disdain towards 9 to 5 because I did one 9 to 5 for about a year, and then I was like, fuck it, I need to do something else, kan? And then it became tarik, and then tarik it was like more than 9 to 5 eventually,
It's these things that we're passionate about yang memang akan melebih 9 to 5 hours pun sebenarnya. Like that's just how it is kan.
It's like okay, when I was working 9 to 5 and one thing that really macam made me despise 9 to 5 was the drive to work, like the traffic,
the jam.
so kan, yeah, so macam when I'm stuck doing tarik stuff, let's say kadang-kadang we have a room full of stocks that me and my partner kita orang sendiri kena tulis by hand and all that kan, macam like fuck, I'm hating the situation, but then I bring myself back to the time when I had to go through the traffic.
So you use that as a source
motivation,
to be driven lah.
It's not even motivation. It's more like I would rather hate doing this than hate doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's doing it even if you don't want to do it.
Actually, in general, I hate driving. I hate like being in a car. Yeah. So sometimes like when people ask me macam like what kind of car, my dream car, whatever, I kata aku tak ada though. Like if I have if I have like enough money to buy any car, I would have enough money to buy for my Grab for the rest of my life.
That's nice. That's something we can relate to. So you don't have a dream car also?
I don't, man. I don't have a dream life, to be honest.
Oh shit!
I don't have a dream.
That's interesting.
I try not to lah.
Why is that? Why is that you do like you don't want to have a dream, like an ideal life for yourself?
Because like I get easily amazed by whatever happens, when I don't expect things. I know like being people, we can't help but to expect or be wishful kan, but then I try not to as much as I can, because okay, it's like macam when you expect something, the best outcome you can get is just meeting the expectation, right?
Betul.
Yeah.
Okay, but then like if it's very hard to exceed expectations when you expect, but then okay, if let's say aku macam I have a show, and then I don't expect anything, and then 5 people shows up, I'm like fuck, thank you guys for showing up, versus macam there's gonna be a lot of people, and then 5 people show up, and then I get pissed off or whatever the fuck kan.
So you go through life like whatever happens lah macam tu.
Bukan juga, like I go through life intentionally,
focusing on the present.
Macam yeah, you can call that like, but I call it intentional. Macam I try to be more intentional with whatever I do,
How did this ideology develop?
Like were you always like that?
I noticed that lately lah, like macam I've been doing a bit of mushrooms, and then beyond that, like,
nice.
macam it's like okay, first it started on social media. At first I'm like posting stuff like OOTD lah and all that, and then one day I was like, why the fuck am I doing this, because like by the end of the day, everyone has whatever or even better things that I'm gonna post. Kau faham tak?
Faham.
And then from that moment onwards, you can look at my social media. I stopped posting pictures. Like my post became more about work. So I realized kan macam like dulu, like of course I get disappointed like, oh, whenever I post an egoistical stuff macam nak show off and then people don't like and all that. You know, like it affects me. But then like I thought that why the fuck am I doing that? And then because I was unintentional when doing things. When I'm posting, I just did what everyone else was doing, you know?
Faham.
So now I macam social media, I macam like, okay, now I intentionally use my social media for work. So if you look at my social media, there's nothing personal. Like
Uh,
I won't tell
there's a
you I
there's a
won't
few
vent out.
covers, right?
Ha. Yeah.
Uh,
Like that's for my guitar, my playing. Like honestly, I do that because I'm trying to improve my singing.
uh-huh.
So I'm always working on I go online, tengok tutorial and shit. So whenever I record those kind of things, it's like me trying to macam record my improvement. But also
Uh-huh.
at the same time, it helps me get guitar classes.
Because
That's interesting.
you've been doing guitar
I
classes also,
I
right?
teach I do private guitar classes.
Danish dah start,
So
Danish.
Danish is musically illiterate though, so big no for me.
eh,
Never try, never know, man. Yeah,
man,
because guitar is the people's instrument. It's very accepting compared to other
Dude, I
instrument for me
literally
lah.
have 2 guitars. I'm looking at
Yeah.
them right now that I haven't touched since I was 12. So that was
Oh,
like
no.
fucking 8 years ago. And I think I took up guitar classes before I went to asrama. And then after I went to asrama, memang no time for guitar classes at all. Tapi at that point aku macam, okay lah, whatever fuck, I'm just gonna listen to music, that's it. That's as far as music as I can go. Tapi I mean, there is some part in me macam, nak juga serenade my girlfriend with guitar, but like the effort has to be there and it's just not there yet.
So now you know who to contact if you really want to do it.
Boleh Afiq?
boleh, tak ada hal. Man, if I teach you, you're gonna love playing the guitar.
This makes me look forward. Maybe one day. Soon.
Boleh. You guys, I mean, aku punya student, most of them are like 50-year-olds, you know?
That's
Like
interesting.
50, like people who retire. 50-year-olds, majority of my students are like 50-plus-year-olds.
How about the youngest?
Youngest, I got like, I think 8. I got younger also, I got 4 or 5, macam tu pun ada juga.
Have you guys? I'm wondering. Have you ever watched the movie School of Rock?
Yeah.
Can like
Love that
towards
movie.
the end of the movie, kan they establish like this one actual school of rock, kan? Macam dia ajar budak-budak main gitar. I definitely think someone, maybe you could come up with that thing, kan? That sort of apa ni idea. Lepas tu memang
I
establish
was
gila-gila.
planning to hari tu. I was planning to with Ryan. You know Ryan kan? Ryan from Advance Studio, Haziq.
Oh.
So dia pun macam into teaching juga. So I was like, jom lah buat something like, dia pun suka buat for kids. So we planned kind of like to buat macam amongst my students. I have kids students juga kan. Like I plan to like rent his studio for the whole like half of day and then get my students to go there and jam lah.
Dekat Evan lah?
Dekat Evan. So get their parents to drop from this time to this time, datang jamming and all that. And then we were talking lah, kalau you know if the reception goes well, then we should extend it to like a weekend thing or what kan.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Definitely.
But glad to see that you found another source of income, even though in these hard times, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, going back to like tadi I cakap pasal like being a creative kan. Like I remembered another important thing I heard somewhere, like a quote someone saying like macam mana dia cakap, like a creative tak necessarily will get rich, but a creative won't get hungry. You know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Have you posted that on your story before? Because I feel like I saw that before also.
I don't think so.
I saw that before also.
Yeah.
I can't remember from where.
But yeah, it's betul lah. It's macam tak semestinya creatives will be kaya, but a creative will never be hungry.
Yeah,
because it's art, and art is always like, you know, there's always
Yeah.
someone hungry for art, kan?
Or like a
Yeah.
creative is not just that. Macam creative ni is actually a ability to solve problems sebenarnya. Like
Yeah.
you know, like so.
So
okay,
there's
the
not
problem
only
is
one
unsolved.
solution.
Correct. Like, that's why I try to see myself as a creative. So macam contohnya when my client says, okay, Afiq, I want you to design a poster, social media post. So I say, my first question to them is, what's the problem? For those, they tell me, oh, I want more engagement. Not many people engage me. Not many people are buying my product. So I'll focus, how do I solve that problem? Since you're paying me for a post, how do I solve that problem with a post?
Yeah.
So when I approach that to life lah, same approach to life as a creative, like the problem right now is I'm fucking broke. So the problem is broke. How do I solve that by being creative?
That's really great, man.
Yeah, because we actually also stand by that. But when we were discussing these things, when we were establishing, okay, what we're gonna do it to idiots, we saw that, like you said, creativity is the way of how the ability of people knowing how to solve problems, and I sort of see, it's like I sort of see that everywhere, in terms of like art is literally everywhere. So like, cooking is art. Making your own store is art. Business, how you creatively know how to set up your business. A successful business is art. Because that's you creatively maneuvering through wherever you are and getting to that point.
Yeah, and then like expanding on what you just said right just now, right? It's like so now we're at a place where we're seeing people who are out there like make living trying to solve problems. And these are fucking interesting people. These are the people yang famous on social media. Like they tell you oh, this is how you do shit. This is how I solve this. This is how betul lah. And then there are people who are like okay, this is how the people who solve problems tell me how to do shit, so I just do it. You see?
Yeah.
And then this is like the people who macam post, because then macam kau nampak tau, like people, and I was one of those people, like because when I wasn't using it intentionally, so masa tu lah like okay, I'm busy 9 to 5, so when it comes to social media, what is there to show? Kau faham tak?
Faham?
If I'm doing something I'm passionate about, I have so much to post about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Substance, you have so much substance in yourself.
There you go. And those are the people yang get followers, they get me. And I don't know, like from what I can see so far, like I do social media posts and my other life, my graphic, my social medias and all that. And then like you hear people yang macam post all these happy posts on social media, but then when you know them personally, they are depressed, they're like anxiety, especially masa the first round of corona ni, macam like fuck man, all of them like the fuck's going on, everyone's depressed.
You're productive semua kan.
Betul lah. I was like, oh fuck, and then it came together like, oh fuck, these people cannot make content because they cannot go out,
Yeah. Danish actually told me that don't get easily. He told me like last week actually, don't get too easily deceived by people on social media.
Yeah,
and that's really
I was
true
talking
actually.
to Haziq about this because some person that he knows like he saw them as someone pretty happy, pretty family life. Tapi you never know what's going on behind closed doors.
Betul doh.
Sedangkan like even your friend pun yang maybe kau rasa kau kenal gila babi punya, the things that goes on in his or her family behind doors, you would never know. But it's just things that people don't tend to talk about.
Betul. Yeah. Like macam even I am happily admitting that if you guys scroll down on my Instagram or social media, all the posts I posted, all these macam, oh look at me, I'm cool and all that, I can tell you it didn't come from a good place. It always comes from a place where maybe I was feeling shitty, or I want to feel good, I need that dopamine. So okay lah, this photo I took last week macam cun,
Faham. I'm pretty sure most of us have that habit still lah. Especially like me and Danish, because we're still young, still learning.
But dude,
through these hard times.
Now, and then like now I've been following a lot of like graphic designers, I've been following like creative. Macam like okay, what these people post are the kind of posts I want to post. Like I want to push a lot of work. Macam if you tengok sekarang, you don't see my face at all. Maybe some berdosa stuff here and there. which is I consider work, and then my graphic stuff most of the time. Yeah, because like, and then like I do get jealous of those kind of posts as well. Like macam, oh fuck, Mamat ni draw lawa gila. Oh fuck, Mamat ni punya typography best gila. Oh shit, Mamat ni punya communication just sedap kan. So, but then it's good jealous kind of thing, because like after that, okay, fuck, I'm gonna copy Mamat ni.
Yeah,
I'm
it makes you
gonna try this shit.
it makes you emotionally driven lah.
Or like oh fuck, this band buat lagu best gila babi. Oh shit, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
And then terus you
definitely,
pick
yeah.
up guitar. I think that's good envy. That's healthy envy
Healthy envy.
Yeah, for sure.
versus like oh shit, Mamat ni is doing so well in life.
Kira tu bukan dengki lah. It's more like you're doing good, I want to do good too. Macam tu.
Yeah, I mean more like macam some people. I mean it's fair lah kalau orang nak call it dengki ke whatever kan. But it's just that macam tu I cakap back to going full circle with the whole intentional thing kan. We get
Yeah.
influenced by those things. So why not intentionally not get influenced by it? Why not intentionally get influenced by the things that you want to influence people by? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Tapi
you were talking about graphic design. I'm wondering because I followed Cult Kids tau before. Even before I knew about tarik.
Awesome, fuck man, I'm so jealous.
We've been doing researches.
Yeah, but this one is even before we started tWo stuff. But I think Cult Kids just like popped up on my feed as an I don't know if it was on my feed or explore or whatever lah. But basically I saw it and I was like already so in love with the graphic design. I'm just wondering, is that yours?
Tak.
Oh,
Cult
okay.
Kids is my I discovered him, like I jumpa dia punya artwork lah dulu kan, and I was like fuck, Mamat ni power gila kan. So I remember first time I met him, kita orang lepak, nothing, tak talk about like business or whatever. We were just like, hey fuck, I love your shit lah, and then you love my shit also. Oh, fuck shit, blah, 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 blah. And then next thing I know, I started hiring him for we started working together on tarik stuff. And then from there on, he terus like go crazy lah. And then that's the thing, macam oh shit, you see like those kind of things like you know, I admire his work. We do a lot of work together. Kadang-kadang sometimes like macam I do freelance, kadang-kadang I bagi dia, macam I pass him. Sometimes like you know, like it depends on the project. Sometimes people say, oh, they want this look and feel, then I tell them, oh, I know the right guy for you, you know. So yeah lah. And then at the same time, I also envy his work. I think his work power gila, and like, and kadang-kadang aku bila I do my graphic design stuff also, I copy him juga.
Afiq, I have a really interesting question for you. Like, what's the main source of inspiration when you're designing like new batches? Because based on what you do, it's kind of showing how important it is to embrace the Nusantara vibe when it comes to creating art. So selalunya macam mana kau cari inspiration?
Aku okay, like
and adapting that Nusantara vibes that Nusantara like, feeling.
I think macam I see that as a opportunity. Like I'm Malay, so you have white people like stealing people's culture to be cool when I'm Malay and I can use my shit to be cool. It's already in my DNA. It's already, you know. So again, like whenever I get a project and I do this process what I call digging deep. Even when I write berdosa punya ni kan, like right now macam with berdosa, I like when we sit down with each other kan, kita nak write songs, we don't see it as like, oh, let's be Nusantara or whatever. We just say let's dig deep into our DNA, you know. So like macam oh, Easy, he's like he's like Gujarati, he's like all that, you know. How do you interpret that? How do you like oh, like
so in the end
incorporate music
Lepas tu in the end it will naturally datang juga kan.
Dia macam like to a certain extent, like as a musician, digging deep has gotten me to digging deep emotionally, contohnya, like really putting yourself emotionally. But so one day I was like, what's beyond that? What's beyond emotional? What's beyond apa intellect? How do we go deeper than that? I was like, fuck, it's DNA lah. It's like, you know what? You never had choices to become. Like being emotional, you always have, oh, I can choose to be, or sometimes you can, not fair lah. Kadang-kadang orang cakap like you can choose to be sad or happy, but you get
It's
what I'm
just
saying,
something
kan?
predetermined
Yeah.
lah kira.
Correct,
Like,
correct. Yeah,
yeah.
predetermined. That's the word. Yeah. So macam like how intelligent you are, or the things that you choose to give a fuck is predetermined juga, macam kau cakap,
Yeah.
kan. But then your DNA is not predetermined, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
interesting to like macam go dig deep and like, oh fuck, you know, I found out from my grandfather dulu, like, oh, I'm Aceh, macam whoa, fucking cool, you know.
Oh wow.
That's fun lah.
Yeah,
That's fun
yeah.
until
That-
macam
Yeah.
if you have strict parents kan. If you have strict parents and then like you start to like act up ke apa ke, then the digging deep isn't that fun lah. Because then they start saying, oh, this is your dad's side, man. This is your dad's side. My side would never. It's in your DNA.
Oh
already.
no.
My mom is Thai, like macam we're from Kedah and Thai, so macam it's just interesting to dig deep there, and then you find out more, and then you dig deeper, deeper. Like now,
Yeah.
I'm into all this like magic and like macam Malay magic, all the Aceh
Oh
Thai magic,
no.
Crazy.
I'm
like
scared.
ilmu and shit. Berdosa is a lot about that, man. Joget gaib
Yeah.
is that. Joget gaib is like parts of mantras, you know.
My God.
Wow.
Adik, jaga-jaga kau. But that's so cool though. Like,
It's cool.
Yeah,
And I
Thai
definitely
and-
agree with the DNA part, because DNA is a fact, not a statement. You can never change the DNA.
Yeah.
Betul?
Great, man.
I'm wondering. So bila kau cakap, I'm not sure lah. But like, I know in Perlis, there's like, bukan kaum, but more so of like orang Melayu yang dialect dia cakap bahasa Melayu, tapi cakap cara orang Thailand.
Ya,
Have you
banyak
heard of that?
orang.
Because dekat Perlis Kedah ramai orang daripada ni kan, sepadan Thai semua tu.
Yeah,
Ah.
like macam sometimes kan, when I go back to my kampung kan, like Kedahan, and then like there's those like deeper macam Ulu Kerian and all that, and then like even macam my relatives cakap Kedah pun sounds like Thai to me. Like they're speaking Malay, but it sounds macam
Sounds
I
like
just,
that. Yeah. 'Cause
macam fuck, I couldn't get.
To this, but I don't know how I came across this video. Tapi at some point in my life, I just came across a video that was telling me like, oh, there is a group of people in Perlis who are right on the border of Malaysia and Thailand who
Yeah.
speak Malay in the same way that Thailand, like people in Thailand speak their language. So I was like, oh, that's
Lepas tu
pretty cool.
kalau kau pergi kat penghujung sipadan Thailand tu pun, orang-orang Thai semua reti cakap Melayu. Kat situ.
Yeah.
Let me share with you guys something more interesting. A group of people that's more interesting.
Okay, let's go.
Boleh.
In Penang, there's this place called Kampung Seronok, okay? And the place is known to be like for the locals kan, they're known to be a village of I don't know if it's still like that now, but you guys can Google this shit up and you guys will see resources, okay? I'll just comment as far as those resources goes lah. Aku tak berani nak cakap lebih sebab nanti orang kampung sana maki aku kan. Like there's like a cult, like they're Muslims, but their branch of Islam is different. So these people are called Agama Matahari. Have you guys heard of that?
Ini macam Ayapin semua kan
I
ni?
have.
No, it's not Ayapin.
Ayapin
By
dia
context by context of cult, yes.
Yes.
But then it's like it's rooted in Islam juga, because they have ada Kaabah and all that. They have Haji and all that. But it's different. As in it's a cult lah. It has its own thing. Especially when growing up in practice lah. I was growing up in Penang kan. It was like a known thing. It's like, oh, people from Kampung Seronok agama matahari. And then there are rumors that claim that they fuck each other lah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I literally
Dia
closed
cakap,
my eyes for a second.
But you guys can Google it up. There are resources to back that up, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll
My
definitely. No, kalau benda lah tu masih aktif tu sepasang idiot, sepasang bodoh definitely needs to go there, man. Make a documentary or something.
boleh, serious. Aziz,
Wow.
the next thing after the podcast, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do these documentaries to these weird ass places, man.
After season 1.
After season 1.
Wow.
I
That
love
is
those
a
kind of
piece
stuff,
of
man.
information, dude.
Yeah. Afiq, when it comes to choosing denim, right? What is like the most crucial criteria? Kita orang nak get ilmu
Denim I think by the end of the day, the purpose of denim is to tahan kan. So I guess longevity. But here's the thing, like kau tahu tak macam masa time this whole PKP thing and I'm like questioning fashion again and again and again. Because like, okay, first when you look at the whole creative thing and macam aku cakap tadi kan, it's supposed to make humans' life easier, right? You design something so that mankind's life quality gets improved. People design the smartphone so that we elevate from doing things this way, so now we do it that way. And but then if you look at fashion, it's counter of that. Kau faham tak? Fashion is whereby, let me put things in perspective. There's good pieces of clothes and there's fashion. You get where I'm coming
for sure.
from?
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things yang memang macam doesn't make sense for you to wear,
There you go.
but it looks good.
So okay, when fashion says a t-shirt that I make, when I make a t-shirt where the cost price is, let's say, 18 ringgit and I sell it at 400 ringgit, let's say. In fashion sense, wow, I'm a fucking awesome fashion guy, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of going back to improving humans, doing things better, making their quality of life improve, I don't think it does that, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's just a piece of cloth. In the end, it's
correct. It's a piece of cloth.
It's basically a piece of self-satisfaction tu je saja.
Correct. But then there are sometimes macam people make like, oh, this fucking good jeans yang best aku boleh pakai berapa lama and I enjoy wearing it and you can faham tak? That's a good pair of jeans. That's not
long-term investment.
So when I was doing tarik jeans, like unintentionally living and then now I'm in fashion and all that, aku tengok balik macam, the fuck am I doing here? You get what I mean?
Once, just as we're there, kan? Just while we're here, because you've been to KL Fashion Week, kan? Yeah, you've sat front row.
What was I doing there?
And have you ever just sat there and just thought to yourself, what the fuck are they putting out, dude?
Betul? And then that's the other thing. Macam when you look at it that way, betul tau. Like macam what the fuck is this? Like by the end of the day, you're selling baju, you're selling seluar, you're selling ni. Kan? But then it's this whole gimmick part tau yang macam makes fashion, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, what is this kan? Macam I don't know lah. Maybe maybe I don't get it or whatever.
Faham.
Yeah, so
that's why you could. That's why you get it like a team, right? Macam you work with Jiman before, so Jiman, I'll assume like Jiman was the one that gave you like which direction to go when it comes to fashion sense, for the brand.
Yeah, macam like by default, when you unintentional, when you just go, of course, when you do jeans, the next thing for you to do is fashion lah kan, like buka a store or like those kind of, the most obvious things to do. But then you don't, let's say macam like I don't really, like by the end of the day, when I take a step back and have a look at it, macam I'm a graphic designer, and yes, I berjaya buat a brand yang power, you know, or okay lah, yang brand yang to me successful lah kan. And
Mm.
I ada a few brands. I have Celaka Tees with Cult Kids. Like Celaka
Yeah,
Tees is like a
yeah.
project between me and Cult Kids kan, like just the two of us punya kind of. So macam I'm a creative guy. I love creative stuff. One of that is branding. One of that is ni. So now macam like I found myself to be working for a brand, you know.
Mm.
While I was working for Tarik pun, I was working on other brand stuff because I love brands. I love graphic design. I
Mm.
don't necessarily love fashion, but as a branding guy, I successfully, by my definition of success, I berjaya buat a brand, a denim brand yang people suka, you know?
Mm. Mm.
But am I a denim guy? Am I a denim fashion? No, dude. Like I don't, macam when I started that tarik jeans, aku pun tak tahu salvage and all that. It's something that I learned along the way.
Mm.
But I love bundles and shit lah,
Uh-huh.
don't get me wrong. Again, it's a brand love for brand punya thing. I love
Yeah,
bundles
yeah, yeah.
because of like Levi's, because of the impact of the branding culture on our
Mm.
culture,
Mm.
for instance,
Mm.
can like that kind of like gave me the basis to tarik jeans, because when I started tarik jeans back in I think 2009, my problem, the problem that I questioned for tarik jeans was that there's so many brands, ada banyak brand kat Malaysia. Masa tu the trend was you're a Malaysian brand but you disguise yourself as an international brand, and the appeal
Mm.
is when people find out that, oh, this is actually a Malaysian brand. So my question, my creative question to that was, what if there's a black Malaysian brand yang straight up cakap macam, okay, we're Malaysian, full stop. I got nothing to
Mm.
hide.
Betul.
You know?
No gimmicks. No gimmicks.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we make good shit, quality shit, but we're a Malaysian brand. Deal with
Mm.
it, you know? So that
Mhm.
has brought us here. So I constantly have those kind of questions more than, oh, what looks good denim this season. You get what I'm saying?
You know, with the ever changing fashion industry these days, kan? Like
Mm,
in a split second, macam if let's say a celebrity wears something different than the norm, kan?
mm-hmm.
Immediately that pula becomes the trend. So
Mm.
macam, you know how certain fashion brands, they just love to just like dig right on this trend lah, sebab it brings them money, kan?
Yeah.
Tapi yeah, that macam, I guess that's just how fashion works lah. And like, I'm a guy who's, I would consider myself a fashion enthusiast lah. And I, as extravagant as these things are, as useless as they are, it still appeals to me lah. As much as I kutuk them, it's still like, I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty fire, man. Not gonna lie lah. Tapi you can't deny the
What a
fact
hypocrite that is.
that I'm just saying, you know, you can't deny the fact that some of the shit is just like
Tak,
weird.
betul. Like okay, I totally get what you're saying. Like macam kadang-kadang, oh, I see sneakers kan. Like macam, dude, I used to be a sneakerhead. I used to be a sneakerhead lah. Aku ada all the New Balance and shit, right?
Jordans.
Jordans aku tak layan lah. So aku macam ni, macam like from time to time, I'll see, fuck, awesome colorway. Oh, nice this, nice that. Awesome sneaker. And then the next question is, harga dia ni, macam ni contohnya. That makes sense, okay. Harga dia tak make sense. Power dia ni boleh buat macam tu. How does he do it? You know? But then the question of, do I have to own it? Kau faham tak? Do I have to own whatever thing that I rasa benda lawa? Banyak weh.
As a sneakerhead myself, it's an internal struggle, dude. Macam, kau dah lah tak ada duit kan, lepas tu dengan duit yang kau ada dalam bank account tu, macam nak guna ke tidak saya nak beli kasut ke? Perlu, lepas tu you constantly just have to ask yourself, perlu ke mahu?
Perlu ke mahu?
That question just answers itself lah.
Most of the time mahu je kan?
Most of the time sentiasa lah mahu. Mana pernah? It's never a perlu if you already have one pair.
Shoes.
Let's say, shoes lah. But like, you know, it is what it is, man. Nafsu tu kuat.
Nafsu tu kuat,
bundle lah weh. Aku kaki bundle.
Mm-hmm.
So now like the game is like macam whatever like fucking mint conditions Vans aku boleh dapat. Aku tak kisah pun collaboration ke apa ke. Murah, I can wear it for the next couple of years. Like benda tu, like me and my girlfriend, we do that now. Like we compare macam like we try to outsmart each other. Like I bought this for berapa ringgit. Like I'm appeal to that. That's the appeal now.
Yeah,
macam,
it is.
Like kadang-kadang kan aku macam I lalu like market or whatever kan. Suddenly I see like Vans, okay, I'll check it out, and then suddenly it's like $5. It's all good kan. And then aku jalan-jalan aku macam like, fuck, I'll show you my $5 Vans, man, you'll be surprised, dude. And then aku be macam, fuck man, bodoh lah kalau aku tak beli, you know. Now it's that
Memang lah RM5.
that versus kasut ni rare, and then ni but I'm more appeal to benda being cheap. Like fuck, I'm so fucking smart for buying that. Like aku lagi appeal to that lah.
Faham. Because like even I've been thrifting quite a lot lah this past year lah. Because like my girlfriend got me into thrifting as well. Lepas tu,
nice.
I usually thrift for like pants and shirts lah. Lepas tu when she introduced me, the first store that I went to was this store called Okego in Subang.
Oh, okay, Zamir punya kedai.
Yeah, Zamir kedai.
And
Danish is obsessed with Okego.
I go there from last year. I would try to go there like almost every month. So the things that they bring in is very in tune with my own style kan. So
very well curated lah.
Yeah, it's very well curated. And there was at one point I came to the store and there was this one pair of jeans and it was like $20. And it was very unique. Dia punya atas is like jeans, lepas tu bawah like knee below is like kaki punya material. And I was just staring at those jeans, just thinking to myself wait, kalau tak beli rugi ni doh. Dude, I even have this one shirt. It's this Johnny Blaze shirt. I'd never even heard of the brand before. But it's so fucking beautiful. I'm not even kidding. Out of all the things that I have in my closet, that's the one that I'm in awe of most. Every day aku bangun pagi aku nampak kan macam, I'm so fucking glad I bought you for like $15, man.
Kau tahu aku punya current obsession dengan thrifting apa?
Apa?
So every time aku thrift kan, aku ada team. So now aku punya team is Nusantara Dadcore. Like I love bapak-bapak Nusantara punya stuff. Wait, let me show you stuff.
Ayo.
Is it like batik and stuff?
Tak, cooler jap. It's lagi
bagi
bapak.
Bagi dia tunjuk.
Ni some example.
Let's go.
Tengok ni. Like what your grandfather would wear.
Yeah. Tak selalu pakai benda macam ni.
Yeah.
I love those kind of shit right now.
Seluar slack lepas tu takin.
I don't know what the fuck lah. Aku just kadang-kadang aku pakai dengan jeans pun okay. Aku pakai, but I love this kind of patterns. Like Nusantara Dadcore, man. And then wait, this is the best one. My new obsession for bundles your next punya stuff.
Gila. Wait, Okego ada doh. Serious. Okego banyak gila like old school jerseys, man.
Nusantara Dadcore. Work it out until it's a trend, Afiq.
Benda-benda bapak-bapak aku suka gila. Like you know, like apa lagi brand bapak-bapak macam like those old motorcycles, Yokohama punya merchandise. That's kind of shit aku suka gila lah. Your next lah, Butterfly, the ping pong brand, you know, the 80s punya baju. Aku suka jerseys macam ni lah. But I don't know if I can pull it off, but I just buy lah because I love it. Colour semua.
Kalau tak ada option pakai untuk sukan lah. Kalau tak ada option boleh pakai masa bersukan.
Kan.
Afiq, dia asal confident sudah. Like that's all you need to pull anything off.
Aduh. But yeah lah.
Nice.
Loving this kind of shit.
We should go thrifting together one day.
Boleh.
Yeah.
Oh fuck man, you guys should check out my patches.
Afiq, Celaka Tea and IU by Tarik. Based on what it seems like, IU by Tarik is really giving me, you know, woman empowerment punya energy lah. But
Yeah.
how about Chelakatis? What is that about?
Chelakatis is basically me and cult kids punya love for graphic tees lah. We still do love graphic tees. We love graphics in general. We love seeing graphics on the t-shirts and all that. So macam Chelakatis is about of course we like to make provocative t-shirts on tarik kan. And then eventually when like our anjing t-shirts, a few of our macam pendatang t-shirts and all that yang ada racial connotation got pulled out from a few of the malls, right? At one point we were like, okay lah, we cannot continue these provocative t-shirts on for tarik. Cult kids were like, okay lah, we wait Celaka to get our provocative ideas. It's like an outlet to our provocative ideas lah.
Faham. Tapi
So that's
Cult
how
Kids
it came
memang
about.
like he's very fast. He's very fast when it comes to very like social issues. Be it political or social issues, he's very fast with his design.
Correct. Dia macam dia dah. You know tak?
Can you guys keep talking? I need to do something. Wah.
Weh, host boleh belah macam tu.
Borak je lah.
As a ni kan bila kau buat macam where he is right now is best. Kau faham tak? Like he's tengah on fire. He's in the groove. Like he has his style which is very defined and then you know he knows his subject matter. He knows he's very honed into dia dah ada dia punya own shit dah kan. So you know like when you're doing creative stuff, when you're there, it's very nice to be in that rhythm lah. Yeah. So where
Dia
he is,
macam-
There you go, Afiq.
best lah right now. Oh,
Gila, dia terus tukar baju
Need
lah.
to rap. Lupa.
how's the fit? Best tak?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
Looks good on me.
Yeah, looks good. Hey, I'm trying to get into band stuff juga sekarang ni, like art direction and stuff. I did for Mothflesh punya Skyfather, the artwork. If you see like the sheep and the hand tu, I art. Oh, dude, I directed this pedal, dude. I was commissioned to design this pedal. Let me show you. Oh fuck, you guys will be the first to see this. Haziq, you're gonna love it.
Ooh.
Nah, it's not the
It's a
first
two idiots
pedal.
exclusive.
Okay, let's go.
Nampak tak?
Ooh, lawa aduh. Haziq nampak
Oh
tak, Haziq?
yeah. Nampak.
gila.
Is this a it's a normal overdrive pedal, is it?
It's a distortion. It's a
A
it's
distortion lah.
Yeah. So
From what? Electric head?
it's a local pedal brand. Dude, I'm using their fuzz. Their fuzz best gila, dude. I have their fuzz called Kerah.
They have a fuzz also.
Yeah, the fuzz is called Kerah. It's a single knot fuzz. It's so fucking good, dude. Like I was using my FZ2. Sorry cerita fuzz pula. I was using my FZ2, but now I was using my FZ2, but like that one mahal tau. That was like 600 plus tau. And I was like, and then when I use this, it's like fuck that, man. Aku simpan. Now I use my FZ2 for booster je. This is like the shiznit, man.
So that means you have a fuzz for a booster.
Yeah.
The booster works as a. Oh my god, that's insane actually.
No, actually, if you read up about the FZ2, it has a boost feature. It has a boost feature, and apparently it's like one of the cleanest boost.
Oh yeah ke? So nothing is saturating ah.
Yeah, correct. So macam it has two fuzz channels. It has fuzz 1, fuzz 2, and then it has a boost channel. So now I replaced my fuzz with Kerah, and I boost it with my ni.
Nice. Bunyi Kerah ni, is it the bunyi from the latest Berdosa album?
I think it's like macam okay, so Berdosa punya album is still my FZ2, but then I use my overdrive to push the ni. I think I told you about this kan, like how I shape the sound macam.
Yeah.
I'll use an overdrive to push the highs on my ni. But now with the Kerah, it's just the Kerah alone without overdrive or whatever.
Nice.
So that's what I mean lah. Like it like that. There's this specific sound that I try to achieve, but with the Kerah, I can achieve that Berdosa sound. The other thing that I really like about this is macam it has a sustain whenever I solo. You know how fuzz pedal.
Yeah. Buat bunyi nyamuk.
But this one has a sustain to it. So it helps a lot lah.
I see. So,
So
you would recommend it?
I would definitely recommend the Kerah. But okay, so I am doing three pedals for Electric Wizard. This Pontianak is gonna be first one. There's gonna be a fuzz pedal somewhere in between also.
Oh wait,
So
this is for Electric Wizard, the band Electric Wizard.
no. The brand is called Electric Hit.
Oh, ingat buat betul-betul buat. Takut
Jangan,
aku.
Yeah, man. So I'm trying to do like this rock stuff juga like band art, band merch and shit. So if you need any help, man, let me know.
Okay, we'll do. Definitely.
Nanti two idiots pun nak buat merch juga. But like
Boleh. Can, man. I can help you guys.
Boleh.
Creative direct, I think.
Since kita dah cakap pasal fuzz semua, right? I wanna borak about berdosa because Dennis enjoyed his segment already. I wanna talk about berdosa now.
this is time for me to be educated.
Yeah.
Okay, Afiq, what is doom metal in your own words?
I love heavy sounding riff, like spooky hantu-hantu, I love like all this hantu magic and shit, right?
Jahat.
Yeah. And then I found out that this genre of music plays those kind of stuff, like one of the main aesthetics of doom, stoner apa semua is about spooky apa semua kan. And then so when I got together, when I met up with Izzy, who was the bassist, we were like, he loves heavy riffs, I love heavy riffs, let's start a band that does a lot of heavy riffs lah. And then people started calling it like I was fine. I wasn't really like honed into any specific genres or whatever, but eventually people identify us as a stoner doom band, I guess, because we use fuzz kan. So okay lah, it works lah.
And I love the stage present also. Selalu bakar ni kan, apa incense stick kan. You always burn ni kan.
Yeah.
Aku ada.
It's like
but
a
you,
sajen,
Yeah, but you would consider like berdosa like a sludge, macam Melvin's kind of band also.
I don't listen to Melvin's ni all the way lah. So I wouldn't say that there's a specific Melvin's something that we're trying to achieve. But I do understand that we do come off sounding like that lah kan.
Sludgy.
Yeah. So it's more like macam ni, like okay, people say we sound like after the first single, people say we sound like this band. So hold my beer, let's try to make that sound happen. And then the next thing, and then the next thing. And then at one point some people said, hey, we sound new metal. I said, okay, hold my beer, let's try some new metal sounding stuff,
Okay. So you take it as a challenge, really interesting approach.
You know what, like all the stuff that I write is actually just macam music composition punya exercises, like imagine like during math class, imagine like macam they say, okay, so do bahagi, and then they give you problems, right? So I was like, okay, so now you have a guitar, a bass, and a drums, and then you have the first pedal, and you have everything else. So make a song that sounds like this. It would be interesting for a Malaysian stoner doom band to have a sound that's like joget, and then it talks about Malay mysticism and all that.
Yeah.
So hold my beer, let's write that kind of song, and then
crazy.
That's how it comes about lah.
When you were growing up, right, was like doom kind of genre like the first thing that really macam buat rasa kau macam nak main music, or was it something like probably something more, I wouldn't say thrash metal is generic, but something like thrash ke metal in general?
Okay, my first encounter with music yang macam make me go, what the fuck is this kan? I think when I was really young, I think I was probably still in my primary school ke apa, it was Nirvana. Smells Like a Teen Spirit, which was like, what is this? This is like different from, I was still listening to boy bands and growing up punya kind of music, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? This is like unconventional. This is how music is not supposed to be, but apparently it
Mm.
is music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I got introduced to heavy. So maksud I like any music with distortion is like, oh, this is heavy. So at that time when I had access, or I was at the right age to sort of like go explore music on my own, new metal was the thing. Your Corn, my Limp
Your Corn,
Bizkit.
Slipknot.
Aha. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I still
okay,
have a
okay.
soft spot for those kind of music.
Yeah.
So tu lah, like that was my first macam, oh, I was into heavy, and then I was a big Metallica fan when I was learning to play
Yeah.
the guitar. Those kind
Yeah.
of stuff lah.
Metallica was actually like the first band that my
Ah,
dad introduced to me. It's like, oh shit, this is cool. I want to do this shit. So
ah,
Metallica was actually the band. It was Enter the Sandman in Russia. My dad
yeah.
showed the live performance there. I was like, gila babi. This is crazy, dude. This is a crazy shit. Yeah.
Like
Cool.
the whole idea for this berdoa punya album kan, like we
Mm-hmm.
were like, okay, this first album this is gonna be our black album. Out of the whole
Ah,
berdosa catalog, this is gonna be like our black album. It's gonna
uh,
have songs, riffs that are simple enough that makes people want to pick up the guitar, which what Black Album did to a lot of people, right? Like a lot
because
of people,
Black Album had Enter the Sandman. Yeah.
nothing else matters. It had a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
songs. A lot of people picked up the guitar because of Black Album,
Because of
the
Black
DJ
Album.
Black Man.
Faham.
Ah,
So
ah,
is there gonna be a Ride the Lightning album?
I don't know, man. Like right now we are in the process of we are conceptualizing we want to write like a long album, like a 1 hour album kind of thing,
Oh wow.
like a
Yeah.
straight 1 hour song kind of thing, but we're still in the
But,
process.
macam ni lah, macam Sleep.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we
Ah,
wanna do no, because like macam ni like
Dog Smoker. Macam
ah
Dog Smoker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, macam dog smoker, like because macam ni like how that came about was that like we did berdoa. My intention was to let's step out of doom for a while lah. Let's do something else. But the guys was like, no lah, macam it's only our first. We have to betul-betul main doom lagi. We have to doom lagi, and then I don't mind stepping out of it. Like we're not
Mm.
doom enough. We haven't established our doom yet. So I said, how do we establish more doom from berdosa? Then I was like, okay, a dope smoker album would do
Oh
the trick
yeah. Danish, after we end this session, I want you to go to Spotify. I want you to search Dope Smoker. That song is literally 1 hour of fucking noise, bro. Such an amazing song, man.
Oh, you sit through that shit, man.
Lagu tu jahat gila tu. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll be talking about how like the content of the subject of the album, what we're gonna sing about, like what do we sing about for 1 hour, man?
I think
sing about for 1 hour.
I think it needs to be heavily filled with riff first. Lepas tu
Yeah.
kat tengah-tengah tu letaklah nyanyi-nyanyi sikit.
Betul?
And then just jam all the way, man. I think
Yeah.
I think you guys I definitely think you guys can nail that.
Hopefully lah.
But yeah, I think we really need to like do an event. I don't know, during COVID or after COVID, like just like fuzz bands gathering and doing like.
No, you know what? We should do like a magazine or something, like a
Newsletter.
Instagram, like a just an internet Instagram account that talks about bands that play fuzz music. It's like
Yeah.
and then everything grows from there. You see, and then you have the community, and then we can have the show, and then you can have like our own podcast that talks to interviews other fuzz band.
Afiq, I'm down if you're down.
Hey dude, and then like the brand that I'm working with, the Electric Head, is more than happy to like host the first fuzz show
in Malaysia.
Can literally
Yeah.
when we were talking to Faris, he was giving you a platform. You guys should do it there then. On Tapa
Faris
Asia.
Tapa TV.
Can he mention like he's looking for people to actually, come and perform for his live stream? Why don't you guys just do it there?
We should definitely work on something very soon, Afiq. You know, ambil
Boleh?
apa berdosa, maha, sampai lagi fatalist. Lepas tu ada that new stoner rock band juga daripada Malaysia. Apa has
Oh,
you know,
THC.
hazing trip I think.
The
Tripping haze.
Tripping haze ceremony.
Yeah.
And then there's Targan.
Mm.
Have you heard of Targan?
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, I fucking love that band. Ada Electric Funeral, ada Satyagraha, ada Raksa.
You know the hardcore punk scene now it's getting really good also. And
Oh my god. Who's your favorite hardcore punk band right now?
For now it's Krusty.
Krusty,
I really love
fuck,
Krusty.
best gila though. Their life is so
Yeah,
fucking
though.
crazy though.
Mm.
I like Eat Shit. I like Restrain.
Lepas tu
banyak
yang paling baru yang Dan Fletcher buat dengan kawan-kawan dia, Minimum
Yang punk
Wage.
Itu macam punk kan?
Tu pun macam punk lah. But yeah,
I love
Krusty is jahat though. Yeah, but talking about Krusty, yeah, we did World Without Borders Volume 3 with them.
Oh yeah, I saw the ni lah, but it's not up yet, right? On YouTube belum lagi kan?
Dah keluar.
Oh dah Oh okay.
Ada kat channel Fresh Town. Yeah, I saw the berdosa one also. I heard some rumors about Tuan Haji Dayton being inspired by Teenage punya nama. Is that true?
Tuan Haji. Iyalah Teenage Nathan kan? Actually the Nathan tu actually comes from you know like how Indian people refer to Malays as Nathan.
Oh really?
Oh, you didn't know?
I
never knew that. I never knew that.
So that song is actually about Malay supremacy lah kan.
Oh.
So yeah man, I think it's interesting that the Indians have it's a very common thing. That's what separates the Malays and the Malays who hangs out with Indians. So
betul.
Natan is like a term that it's like not a friendly term lah. The Indians refer to
like
as
how we
Malays.
call or like how we call whiteys lah.
But then by definition it only means countrymen, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time it also something that Malays are happily admitting to it. I just love the sarcastic nature of that Nathan. It's like Nathan, you know, countryman is here. And then the Malay is like, yeah lah, I'm the countryman also, you know. You get what I'm saying? So
it's funny how I never knew about this.
So Tuan Haji Nathan is about this Tuan Haji countryman who's like,
it's not
privilege.
Oh man, it's not about Tinesh. It's not about Tinesh. But
don't ruin it for him lah. If he's happy that way, then let him be happy lah.
But still, Tinesh, shout out to you.
Yeah man, I love that guy. He's like always the chirpiest guy in the crowd. He's always like, you know.
I'm yet to meet him, tapi Haziq dah banyak gila cerita yang macam if you have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Like,
I know that I would love to sit down and chat with Dinesh. He looks he seems like you guys seem like an intelligent group of people, you know.
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe
we try.
Maybe one day we can have an episode with you and Dinesh here together.
Oh yeah, second round.
And the podcast would last for like 5 hours.
Yeah, because Dinesh likes to talk about socialism, communism, Karl Marx theory and stuff. You know, all that good shit.
I actually want to get like educated on that. If like honestly, it's about from what I like, because I find TikTok a very resourceful when you use it right. Like it's a very resourceful app, and you know people talk about socialism there, and like, you know when they explain it, it's not exactly that bad of a thing. Like you know how, I think, I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what country practices socialism right now, but it's said that those countries are actually thriving in their like political status, economical status as well. So, yeah, it's a really interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah, man.
So maybe we can have Dinesh explain that.
With the last podcast I had with like where the whole berdosa was involved, was that Marajan's thing. And then we spoke about religion, and we got fucked so bad by netizens.
They always not satisfied with something.
Yeah, man. But yeah, yeah, we talk about religion a lot.
Technically, it's something that does actually need conversation, and like it's just that
man.
so many people feel like it's taboo, and it's a
So weird.
narrative that needs to change. Because for you to, and my perspective is that for you to truly, like, even if you want to love or hate the religion, you need to talk about it lah, and you have to understand all perspectives of it.
Mhm.
In
Mhm.
like, which like, in my opinion, people selalu cakap, oh, don't question this, don't question that. There are some things, okay lah, fine lah. If you don't want to question, if other people want to question, they want to find their answer.
They have the right to ask about
Or
it.
like you can put it in terms where why something is hate is because it's not being discussed more.
Yeah, for
Something
sure.
is loved is because it is always being discussed. You know, like boy and girl relationship. You hear that in movies. You hear that in songs and all that. So people accept it as it is, right?
Yeah.
Betul?
Because it gets discussed, like Malay people hating dogs because we don't talk about Malay people loving dogs as much because some
Yeah.
Malays get pissed off when
Betul.
we talk about Malay. We
Dogs.
put Malay and dogs in the same context, they get pissed off.
Yeah.
So the result of that
Yeah,
is
I
hate.
get. Yeah, and it gets really annoying when some people even think that touching dog is still haram.
Mm,
Like,
Yeah, cause that's
yeah,
like, it's getting out of hand to an extent in which that so many people are just, talking about religion at the surface level. Like, there's so much more that you should be knowing before you open your mouth and talk to people, especially on the internet. So you know how like how, let's just put an example of, like, if you don't wear tudung properly, kan? Let's just put that as the subject at hand. The amount of people that would bash this person just because she doesn't wear it properly is unacceptable. And like, religion doesn't teach you this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This is why, these conversations should be held, because everybody really needs to be more educated on it itself. Because everybody nowadays are just, oh, I was born and taught this way, but I don't know why exactly it's like that.
Totally agree with you on that. And yeah, the discussion doesn't happen and it's not allowed to happen, then what the fuck lah, kan? So I don't understand, like, whenever someone say, oh, what religion are you? What do you believe in God? What if I tell you, like, I don't want to tell you, dude? Or are you gonna judge my morals based on what I don't want to tell you? By all means, go ahead. What does morals have to do with what I believe in? Does it take someone who's well versed in the Quran or whatever transcript to know that I shouldn't hurt another person? Because I can tell you right now, a person who is totally oblivious about the existence of religious scriptures, they behave better than people they are more humane. They understand that if I do that to a person and the person does that to me, sucks. So I wouldn't do that. It's as simple as that. Why the fuck do we need to read so much transcript just to understand that? It's so disappointing when someone comes to me and say, oh, because the religion or whatever says that. I'm like, oh, as a human being, logic with common sense, you can't figure that out.
betul.
Kan? Like,
Faham.
orang asli dalam hutan yang tak pernah exposed to any organized religion, they're not aware pun of heaven and hell, but
they're still more civilized than us.
exactly, maybe less advanced technologically, right? But let's not confuse that with being civilized.
Betul.
Yeah. But man, we're having an intelligent conversation. I don't think this is suitable to be on your show.
Okay, wait. No.
Yeah. I love this kind of conversation. So let's start this movement, dude. Like, let's not expose our belief to anyone. Betul tak? Like, okay, you believe or don't believe in God or whatever, it doesn't matter to me, dude. You're still a person. You still deserve my respect, right? If you do cool things, I'll be amazed. I'll be impressed. It has nothing to do.
But I get what you're saying lah. Just what some people just like, you can
macam
just
penting
sense.
sangat.
Macam some people memang like they do it loudly. Maybe that's just because that's who they are. But then there are others yang memang you can just sense the fakeness from them. Macam through the screen you can just feel like you said lah, it's bullshit, kan?
Yeah.
So there was this one time macam like I was having this kind of conversation with someone, right? And then the person said like, wait, okay, stop, cop. Do you believe in God ke tak ni apa semua kan? Like, so I naturally go in with, I don't want to tell you. Why should I tell you?
Okay.
Right? So macam, why is it important for you to know? If you say that if I don't believe in God, that makes me an asshole, then I don't want to know someone who assumes people who don't believe in God are assholes, right?
Yes,
You're
true.
not supposed to push it onto people because, like you said, the thing is, religion is between you and God. That's it.
And
Correct.
God.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
And if it's true that your deeds with people are,
Speaks louder,
for you
right?
to be
in front.
pleasing Him, then keep it at that lah. You don't have to push onto people who don't believe in that and say, "Oh, you have to believe in God." The more you do that, you're just pushing people away. That's just how it's gonna be.
So okay, so the conversation that I had with that guy went to okay lah. So dia tanya I balik macam like okay, so dia tanya if I believe or not. I answered with I don't want to answer you and all that. And then naturally I went with okay, do you believe in God or not? Of course lah. Ni apa semua mengucap and all that shit lah and all that. Okay, fine. And then dia tanya aku, he asked me like, so my turn lah. Do you believe in God or not? Then I said like, okay, first of all, for someone who believes in God to be asking that question to someone, I find it offensive. Okay? Aku cakap,
Okay.
why? Not offensive to me, offensive to what you believe in. Aku cakap. Because what if I were to tell you that I don't believe in God, right? I don't believe in God. Because benda yang hakikat doesn't require belief, right? Facts, empirical things don't require belief. Fire is hot. Do you have to believe that fire is hot? No, because fire is hot, right? So like 2 + 2 is 4 because for 2 + 2 is whether you believe it or not.
Yes.
So
It's I read this before. I just read dekat buku Plato. It said there's a big difference between a fact and an opinion.
So
Yeah.
God, when you ask me about God, God is a fact. Okay, God is a hakikat, right?
Yes.
So when you ask a person whether he believes it or not, kau faham tak? You are insulting the hakikat. Why does it matter to you if a person, like contohnya, if you don't believe that fire is hot, why should it matter to me? Right? Get it?
Wow.
Kau faham tak?
Faham?
So that's why I cakap, like to me, God is hakikat. Like you are the one who has a problem with believing in God. Because if you have to believe in God, that means God is not hakikat to you. God is not empirical to you. That's why you have to believe. You have to make believe. You get where I'm coming from?
That's crazy, dude.
Dude.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Macam, why do you have to believe in something that is hakikat?
Betul. Yes, I agree.
Kau
I
faham
really
tak?
do. I really do.
Mushrooms, bro.
Oh my god.
Shit, man.
Damn, bro.
Afiq, since we're talking about mushroom, right? How important are stimulants when it comes to creating art? Is it a luxury or is it necessary?
I'll go with this lah. The psychedelic experience is an essential experience for a human journey.
I feel okay. You know what? Let's just.
I want to ask this question. Let
me out. Let me get out first. Okay. I want to experience it. But okay, no cap. I'm too scared. I'm too scared.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Then don't lah. I mean it's
not the right time yet.
It's a shift lah. It's an experience. It will be before and after. Kau faham tak? So I wouldn't want to push it to people. I wouldn't want to say, oh, you have to do this. It's a must. You know, like I don't believe in this. I'm better than you ke apa-apa because I did this. I'm better than you. No, maybe your path. Maybe you'll be much better without it or whatever. I don't know. Everyone's on their own journey, kan? But what I can tell you is that it is essential lah. Betul, serious. Like you gotta experience the psychedelic side of things. Kau faham tak? Because like
I understand.
There's another ni lah, like there's another thing there that validates what's here. You get what I'm saying? Something there is gonna tell you there's more to this.
In the near future, can we make just another episode and the title will be just psychedelic experience? The psychedelic experience.
Yeah,
boleh je, no hal.
Like you get someone yang macam lagi deep I think he will be up for it also.
Okay.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like what we said.
before we make the episode, we need to be well versed also lah, in a way.
No,
Kena
I mean,
gather banyak
What do
dulu
you mean?
information untuk borak.
yeah. I mean, you guys
Tak,
do
bukan
your
for
research.
research lah.
Tapi macam kita orang pun tak adalah terror sangat. But yeah, psychedelic is something macam that's what's lacking lah, I guess. Penting loh sebenarnya psychedelic experience ni.
What was the best experience you've had on it?
Banyak like how benda yang macam Haziq cakap tadi, takut kan, yang macam so obvious, but then takut nak like ni ke sana kan, but then it's just okay, I understood this quote and it never made sense to me, and then after that aku macam this is what it means. Dia cakap macam ni, fear is like it's like jumping into an abyss tau, and you will always end up at this very soft cushion, sedap je baring. Kau tahu, by the end of the fall into the abyss, you will jatuh dekat situ. Fear is the process of you tengah fall tu.
And
you will always end up dekat sini, dekat that cushion.
The comfort zone again. You always end up at the comfort zone again. So
macam that yang a lot of it has to do with macam like kau tahu that the oneness, this woke culture semua suka cakap kan. You kind of feel that lah. Kau faham tak? And then that's what I mean by it makes sense lah. It makes sense why we have to be nice to people. It makes sense why we have to do this. It just makes sense.
But do you think that millennials these days like to address spirituality and exaggerate the idea of it just for the sake of seeing as woke, or even doing it just to get laid?
Okay. I have been talking to my friends juga about this kan. But then okay, here's the thing about it lah. And it's not just a millennial thing, dude. It's not about to me kan, tak ada age thing, like fuck this like okay, for instance, this millennial, we call them millennials, and then when I was growing up we were the generation X, and then before that were the grunge. There's always this, kau faham tak? Like before that there was the flower generation, and then versus ni there's always going to be the young and the old, the young and the old, the young and the old. So I like fuck that, I want to be the cool hippie old guy that gets along with everyone, you know. Like I don't want to ni apa semua kan. But yes, okay, a lot of discussion about spirituality is happening, which is a good thing. But kau faham tak? There's also so much of making it an identity. Like now I'm this woke person. I want everyone to know that. Like I want to wear hippie pants, gajah pants. I want to post about being woke, spiritual. Kau faham tak?
Once again, it's like showing off your religion again lah.
It's about I want people to know that I am this. But then sebenarnya if you go deeper into that, it's to dissolve identity, it's to dissolve ego. You know, like I am you, we are the same. Everyone is
which defeats the purpose of spirituality in the first place, right?
Exactly. Tak, benda-benda tu kau baca and then you use it for yourself. It's for you, bukannya untuk kau ni nak advise orang. Like cringy kot. Like who the fuck am I to tell you what the fuck to do? I know as much as you know as much as me. Let's go on this journey together. Aku nak advise kau meditate, woke and all that. So what I do is like I fucking laugh at it lah. Like it's not meant to be an identity. It's cringy when it becomes like I'm trying to be, you know, like this woke and all that. Baik, you try to jadi like bomo, whatever the fuck.
You have a weird obsession with bomo, Afiq.
But I love magic though. I love the unknown.
Oh man,
you know?
Crazy,
you love the unknown, eh?
Alright, man. We've talked about so many stuff today. from fucking fashion all the way to religion, all the way to spirituality.
Hey, thank you, man. You guys make it happen. Appreciate it a lot. Thanks for having me, man.
But hold on, before we end it, so you have this before we end our podcast, we usually do this little segment. It's called overrated or underrated. So we have a couple of things that we'll be asking you, and you can tell us if it's underrated or overrated to you.
Okay.
Alright. So the first one is men's skincare.
Underrated lah.
Oh,
Underrated, eh?
that's interesting.
Yeah, man.
Do you have your own skincare routine?
I do. You see, I have very bad skin, so I have to be I've been taking men's skincare for granted. So I gotta change that. I
Yeah.
used to not give a fuck at all, and then suddenly someone told me, "Shit, you don't look healthy." And for that purpose, yes, we do
Mm.
so much shit to our body.
The thing is, for me, like, I don't know, maybe it's just depends on a person, but for me, my skin gets worse when I actually have a skincare routine.
Yeah,
yeah?
that's the
Like, it's
same for
better when
me.
I don't do anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I break out when I'm washing my face.
Bukan tak nak apply, cuba masa apply jadi lagi teruk. So macam,
Oh.
okay lah, tak payah buat apa-apa lah.
Tapi
Yeah.
aku ni memang jenis tak give a fuck kau tahu tak? Like macam aku baring kat lantai, macam my hygiene macam aku for the longest time aku rocker kan. So aku macam tak give a fuck, aku macam ni drugs and all that shit kan. So I think it shows on the skin. And where I am right now macam kadang-kadang macam dia ni nampak, some people say it's not presentable lah when I try to talk professionally or whatever. So yeah, there's some regrets there. I wish I looked after it a bit at least.
Not too bad right now. Not too bad.
Because aku dah filter.
Crazy. Alright,
Okay, the second one.
is-
Sinning, berdosa. Mendosa.
Berdosa, is it overrated or underrated? You see, berdosa, sin is like subjective and it's based
Yeah, it's
on
subjective. It's subjective for sure.
it's based on it. Okay, let's just say anything bad that involves hurting other people is overrated. Anything bad that doesn't involve hurting other people is underrated.
I like that answer. I like that answer.
Safe, man.
Safe, very safe.
Yeah. Like doing mushrooms. It doesn't hurt anyone.
Alright, the next one. This is gonna hit home a bit.
This is fun, man. Yeah.
Tarik jeans.
Is it overrated or underrated?
Goes into
Aku rasa Sekejap, let me aku fikir. I think it
deep thought.
okay lah. To answer that perfectly honest, there are some aspects of tarik jeans that I would love to be a bit more overrated, where right now is underrated, and there are aspects of tarik jeans which is overrated. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
What are those aspects that you feel like should be overrated?
Macam contohnya like, it's this like cool, macam trendy,
Faham.
like everyone needs to have it kind of thing. Like, okay, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong. Terima kasih sangat-sangat. Macam mana, like if people really wear it, whenever I walk in the streets, people wear it, I see people wearing it, that means more to me. Kau faham tak? Like in terms of it's functional, it's being used. That's the underrated part. Like I want to be appreciated, or I want my work to be appreciated more, being used, being adorned in that sense, rather than this whole image of this fashion guy, cool guy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
There you have it, guys. Straight for the man itself. Get yourself a pair of tarik jeans the minute
Tarik
you finish
jeans.
this episode.
Yeah, man. Get your pair of tarik jeans. And, yeah, man.
Last one.
Good show, guys. Yeah.
Alright. So,
Alright.
last thing that we need you to do is, let's say if people want to get into fuzz music, which I
Stoner rock.
Stoner rock. What 3 bands would you recommend to people who are just about to get into it?
Sleep lah, definitely. The international one has to be Sleep
Okay.
lah, because I think they're like the most accessible one. Like sekali dengar jatuh cinta. Oh, no, sorry. Black Sabbath lah. You kena get ground.
Which album though?
Masters of Reality lah. Come on. Masters of Reality.
Next one.
Like, ni. Okay, next local one. Kita tak main band-band kita lah. Band-band berdosa Sonic Maha tak aci lah.
Kalau nak cakap Sonic Maha pun boleh je.
Dah ada dalam ni, kita bagi can lah kat orang lain.
Bagi can.
I think Targan, I like Targan. Targan is a good introduction band sebab dia macam like very accessible. Straight up, like the riffs are macam dengar je kau boleh cari dekat gitar terus, like, and then like and then dia macam punchy. Next one would be Oh, have you guys heard of this band called Harvest from Singapore? But they dah tak
Nah.
ada dah. Oh fuck, you gotta
Yang
listen
tahu
to that
daripada
band.
Singapura
They're
ni
from
lah.
Singapore.
Yang daripada Singapura tahu Marijana.
Oh fuck that man.
Mari.
Marijana tak
Oh, you
stone.
don't like them?
Marijana tak smoke up. Marijana is like stoner band yang tak smoke up. Macam, what the fuck is that? Harvest smoke up. but yeah, they're cool, dude. Serious. Aku rasa diorang like one of the things yang got me to play the tone berdosa punya tone tu, aku dapat from Harvest juga. And like, dude, listen to their shit, dude. They're like doom as fuck. They're like the doom band yang tour dengan hardcore band.
I see.
But unfortunately, they disbanded already because the singer did a stage dive, broke his neck, dude.
Died?
Oh
He died?
no.
No, he's still alive.
Broke his neck.
Neck, dude. He's like paraplegic already now.
Damn, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Ah shit.
That's
Never
crazy.
stage diving.
Well, that was a dark end to the podcast.
Okay. Cool. Alright, dan itu saja pada hari ni. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Follow
Thanks
us
for
on
having me.
Instagram,
Thanks,
YouTube,
Afiq, for
Spotify,
coming on.
and we'll see you guys later. Alright.
You need to work on that intro, bitch. What the fuck was that?